the power of appointment, including of reappointment, is entrusted to the chancellor and not to the state government. Now, these are the factual positions. Therefore, to say that the chancellor has exceeded his powers is not correct. There is no need for a conflict either between the governor and the chief minister in a democracy. Chief minister, being elected by the people, has every right to be the front face or the visible face of government. The governor, being a nominated constitutional authority, can keep in the background to the extent possible. Outside two, inside one. Chief Minister and the Governor, constitutionally outside two, inside one, because both are governed by the same Constitution of India. On political statements, I'll respond on administrative or governmental action. As far as the first part is concerned, the Supreme Court has ordered in various cases that the government should keep off the autonomy of the universities. This is applicable to all states because the concept of university autonomy is sacrosanct everywhere. But there can be certain state acts which may give the power or authority to government to intervene or interfere in the administration of universities. On that issue, the Supreme Court has clearly stated if the Act provides for this, that Act is bad in law. Bad in law. This is the legal position. The UGC Act also emphasizes the imperative need for autonomy of the universities. That being the case, if any government, not only government of West Bengal, if any government decides to throttle a university by blocking the funds flow, will not be doing an act which is legally proper. Regular vice-chancellors can be appointed only by a search cum selection committee, which is constituted as envisaged in the UGC regulations and as ordered by the Supreme Court of India and the Calcutta High Court. That process is on. In between, to obviate disruption of university administration, interim vice-chancellors are possible. As per the State Act, interim vice-chancellors are to be posted by the governor as the chancellor. Government has to be consulted. Government sent the names of interim vice-chancellors to all the state universities, obviously, governor is a chancellor. I always try to go in for due diligence before a decision is taken. I got confidential inquiries made about these people. Some of them are accused of corruption. One of them has been charged with the grievous crime of harassing women, particularly his own students. For political maneuvering. The Act says that certain criteria should be observed in selecting the vice-chancellors, even for regular vice-chancellors. To sum it up, eligibility, suitability, willingness, academic competence, and desirability. The power of appointment, including of reappointment, is entrusted to the chancellor and not to the state government. Now, these are the factual positions. Therefore, to say that the chancellor has exceeded his powers is not correct. It's not legally proper. The fact that some of them told me this is correct. What they told me is confidential, especially when they are under threat. If that is revealed, it is not only unethical, improper, it may further endanger them. And I came to know from the affected parties that they are still under pressure. That government is forcing them to give the details of what they told the chancellor. This is another way of intellectual violence. Political leaders can criticize in any manner they want. That is democracy. No institution is above criticism. I, as a humble human being, I know full well I am not above criticism. I don't want to go above criticism. But there is a limit for the ministers. Ministers should realize that there is something called collective responsibility of the Council of Ministers, Cabinet. Whatever a minister says unwittingly or deliberately is to be owned up by the entire Cabinet. Here one minister has forgotten, seems to have forgotten his limits. See, in a democratic system, you cannot behave as if you are a monarch of all you survey. Probably the governmental system did not bring to the notice of the ministers and the chief minister the factual position. There is one bill, West Bengal University Laws Bill, about the formation of the search committee. See, I'm a former bureaucrat. I go the rules and procedure. When a bill is sent to the governor for assent, certain basic proprieties are to be observed. One is giving a translation along with the bill. This is provided in the state regulations. That is not sent along with it. So I wrote to them, please send it. It is pending with the assembly. There are Supreme Court judgments and Calcutta High Court judgments. That is to be taken into account before a decision is taken in the matter. Another one, the Aliyah University Amendment Bill. There again, all these university bills are to follow the orders of the Supreme Court and High Court. Otherwise, no assent can be given. And some of them may not come within the ambit of the directions given by the Supreme Court, or they are violative of the directions. So I have to see that before a decision is taken. Health Sciences Act. Then the Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, same thing. These acts are pending because of lack of supply of certain essential information by the government. Then one bill or a series of bills, I would say, connected bills, that is replacing the governor with the chief minister as chancellor. As you all know, this was given as a public interest litigation before the Calcutta High Court recently. And the Calcutta High Court said this may be treated as a representation to the governor. That means governor can take appropriate decision. And what is appropriate decision? This issue was brought up by the Telangana government in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has given clear judgment of what a governor has to do about a bill that comes for assent. All these are applicable to the Bengal governor also. In short, I would say, as of now, of the 8 bills that are said to be delayed here, none is delayed here. When this was celebrated here, it was celebrated in all Raj Bhavans in India. The center has circulated to all Raj Bhavans a calendar of foundation days. There, June 20th was given as a foundation day of Bengal. All other Raj Bhavans celebrated. This was pointed out to me. I took it up with the competent authorities. And in between, the Honorable President of India, also greeted the people of Bengal on their foundation day. In the circumstances, if as Governor of Bengal, I take a decision to the contrary, number one, I'm not a historian, I cannot rewrite history. Number two, when all other Raj Bhavans celebrate Bengal Foundation Day, if this Raj Bhavan alone does not celebrate, you can imagine the reaction to that. And third, we all respect our Honorable President. When the President greeted the people of Bengal on the Foundation Day to do anything, overtly or covertly, is not proper. It will be irreverential to the most respected office of the Rashtrapati.